The other day, I saw this interview with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal.
And we're doing a Wired autocomplete interview. Yes.
So they're basically answering the most Googled questions about themselves. Well, I thought, hey, we can do that for fiber foods. Yes, I was thinking about fiber instead of Jake and Ryan. I'm that sort of dietitian nerd. So in this video, we're going to look at the top 10 foods people Google to find out how much fiber is in them. To save you time, our research team has done all the analysis for you. And so in this video, I'm going to reveal the exact fiber content of these top 10 Googled foods, plus the best way to get more of them into a high fiber diet. And let me tell you, the results will surprise you. Let's go. So the number one food people are Googling is, drum roll please, bananas. And in one medium banana, you can expect to find 3.07 grams of fiber, which isn't bad given how easy it is to incorporate bananas into your diet, especially via smoothies. And just before we move on to the next food, I want to mention three important things. Firstly, most fiber food charts you'll find online make the big mistake of stating the fiber content as a percentage, or saying you get X grams of fiber per every 100 grams you eat. We figured this isn't a very useful tool for you. After all, who is getting 100 grams of onions in a sitting? So to fix this, we'll be letting you know how much fiber you get in an average serving size of each specific food. Secondly, most of the answers you'll find on how much fiber is in popular foods differs greatly across the web. So to fix this, we are sourcing all of our data exclusively from the world-leading ISHA database. This research institution has been painstakingly collecting the most accurate food data since 1981. And so we can actually trust the quality of this data we present to you. Thirdly, in terms of what food is considered to be low or high in fiber, well, there aren't any official fiber standards, but here's how we measure it. Any food that delivers less than 2 grams of fiber per serving would be low fiber. Meanwhile, any food delivering 2 to 3 grams would be medium fiber. And finally, anything giving us over 3 grams of fiber per serving would be considered a high fiber food. So the runner-up for the most popular fiber food people are searching is the delicious apple. And in one medium apple, you can find, wait for it, a whopping 4.37 grams of fiber. Now that is impressive, especially when we think about how easy apples are to include in our diet. You could add them to your breakfast, take them to work as a snack, or even enjoy them as a healthy dessert in the evening. That's what I do. And just before we look at the next food, I want to play you a short clip from a previous video we did on how much fiber you should eat a day. In the United States, it's recommended that we eat 14 grams of fiber for every 1,000 calories. That means for women, this is about 25 grams of fiber per day, and for men, it's 38 grams per day. So as you can see, we should be eating quite a lot of fiber every day. Unfortunately, just 5% of the population is currently meeting these recommendations, with most of us eating only 50% of the recommended amount. So in order to hit those targets, we really need to look at adding in fiber-rich snacks like bananas and apples. For example, if you eat 1 banana and 1 apple every day, you've already enjoyed 7.44 grams of fiber, meaning for women, you've already consumed 30% of your daily fiber target, and for men, around 20%. By the way, if you want to see any of our references in detail, you can find links to them in the description below. So the third most searched food is, unsurprisingly, everyone's most loved and hated vegetable, broccoli.
Vile weed!
For many of us, when we're experiencing a bit of a traffic jam, you know where, we often reach for a few florets of the green stuff. But how much fiber is actually in a typical serving size of broccoli? Well, it turns out 1 cup of broccoli contains just 1.8 grams of fiber, less than half the fiber you find in an apple. And hey, I know what most people would rather eat. This is a surprising result. I'm sure you would agree, and it brings up an important point. If you want to increase your fiber intake, it pays to know how much fiber is actually in your favorite foods. That way, you can focus on eating fiber-rich foods that help you hit your daily fiber intake easily. And to help you do this, we've created a free top 100 fiber foods checklist, link in the description below. I think you'll love it because it ranks all the food from highest fiber content to lowest, plus you can filter it by food group. For example, if you just want to look at the best high fiber fruits to add to your diet, you can. And it even shows you what an ideal serving size is for each food. So the next most popular food people are Googling for fiber content is avocado. And just before we look at the amount of fiber in it, I want to say that it was not easy for our research team to agree on a typical serving size for avocado. You see, being the guacamole lovers that we are, we first thought one medium avocado was appropriate. But when you look at all the variety of ways people use avocado, from salad topper to wrap filler, we concluded that half a medium avocado better represents the average serving size. So in half a medium avocado, you'll enjoy, and I love this finding, a huge 4.62 grams of fiber. How amazing is that? Not only is avocado so versatile, but it is absolutely loaded with fiber. The next food people most want to know about is oatmeal. And we found in half a cup of uncooked oats, there is a fantastic 4.09 grams of fiber. And of course, that fiber content will hold the same when it is cooked. And funny thing, when the research team and I were discussing oatmeal, we realized there's a great lesson it can teach us about getting more fiber in your diet. And that is to really focus on making your breakfast a fiber-rich meal. And that's because we think breakfast is the easiest place to get a lot of fiber while eating a delicious food. In fact, here's one of my favorite breakfast recipes. So to kickstart your fiber-fueled day, it's hard to get much better than a bowl of steel-cut oats with some berries, like I have here. So all in all, this breakfast is giving us a fantastic 17.3 grams of fiber. Next up, what about oranges? Are they packed with fiber? Well, we found that in one medium orange, you will enjoy around 3.14 grams of fiber, which is, once again, a very respectable amount. Obviously, this is based on eating the whole orange as opposed to juicing it. Now, let's look at your 7th most searched food, carrots. And so it turns out in 1 cup of carrots, you'll get 3.42 grams of fiber. And once again, really good fiber content. Even more so when we think about how easy carrots are to incorporate into our diets via salads or as sides to main meals, or even snacks like a fiber-crazed Bugs Bunny. So the next most Googled fiber food is spinach. And in 2 cups of fresh spinach, you will enjoy about 2.35 grams of fiber. So whether you're using it in salads or even smoothies, spinach is going to deliver some solid fiber. But what about if you cook it? Well, you probably know when you cook spinach, it dramatically shrinks in size, meaning you can eat a lot more of it easily. So in 1 cup of cooked spinach, guess what the fiber content is? 4.56 grams. How good is that? No wonder Popeye wasn't going around eating raw spinach leaves, but instead ate it cooked and straight out of the can. So now let's look at blueberries. In 1 cup, you'll get 3.55 grams of fiber. And given blueberries might just be the most delicious fruit on earth, as Violet and Willy Wonka found, this is probably the easiest serving of fiber you can enjoy. And now we arrive at the last food, potatoes. So in 1 medium potato with the skin on, you'll get 4.3 grams of fiber, which is not surprising as I think we all associate potatoes with being high in fiber. And given how easy they are to add into your lunch or dinner, they make for a great source of fiber in the evening. Now, just before we finish, we thought it'd be really helpful if we ranked all of these foods in order from highest fiber per serving to lowest. And I think this is really interesting as we can quickly see how great our top fiber foods like avocado and cooked spinach are, and then by contrast, how underwhelming some of the other foods are. I'm looking at you, Mr. Broccoli. Now, if you want to discover how much fiber is in all of your other favorite foods, check out our free top 100 fiber foods checklist, link in the description below, where you'll finally be able to see at a glance exactly which foods deliver the best bang for your fiber buck. Now we want to hear from you. What is your favorite high fiber food? Let everyone know by leaving a comment below. If you enjoyed this video as part of our Fiber Food series, then hit the like and subscribe button to make sure you never miss another video. Our team of dietitians and doctors are so excited to continue researching which foods and supplements help your gut health and which don't really work. That way you can save hundreds of hours of trial and error and focus on what's best for your digestive health. Thanks for watching and see you in the comments. Bye for now.